Okay, so we're going to sit back upon your heels. And we'll start with baby puppy today. So if we take the knees to separate, and you have your big toes touching behind you, and we'll slide the hands all the way up and along the mat. Have your thumbs together if you can, and either drop your forehead down, or keep your chin slightly lifted and look towards your thumbs. Okay, either works, just whatever's working for you today. And just take a couple of deep breaths. Just trying to get a little bit of range work up into the shoulders. Particularly if you've had a day of, quite intense work on your laptop. Just need to open the body up a little bit. Okay, and then walk your hands back on up. Tuck the knees together, and then we'll start to pull the body nice and slowly up and along the ground, rolling down the shoulders and lifting the chin, curling the toes, sending the hips back and taking the head down through your arms. Draw forwards into a plank, and then bending your knees and sitting all of the way back. And again, let's bring the body up and through, curling the toes, sending the hips back and the head down. Draw forwards into a strong plank, and then bending your knees and gently releasing on back. And again, let's pull the body up and through, curling the toes, sending the hips away, the head down through your arms. Drawing forwards into a plank, and then bending your knees and releasing and sitting on back. And again, bring the body to pull up and through, curling the toes, sending the hips back and the head down. Draw forwards into a plank, and then bending your knees and sitting on back. All right, one more time. Bring the body up and through, curling the toes, and we'll stay here in your down dog. And just walking your feet from one to the other. And just drawing down one side of your body and then the other. Just noticing how your back feels today, how your hamstrings feel today. Just treading it out a little. Let's come back down upon your knees, and if we can place forwards the right foot. And then just taking your right hand to the outside of your right foot, bringing your left arm up and over, just taking that little bit of an arc to come over, looking up towards your hand. All of the way back down again. Curl the toes, lift up the back knee, turning to the right and raising your right arm. And either leave it at that, or if you want to try, taking your front foot open, going to the outside edge of your back foot, and then opening the chest a bit more. And then bring it all of the way back round. Let the knee down upon the floor. And let's raise both of your arms. Okay, if it feels okay to right hand back behind your left. Squeeze out the space behind your head. And then letting your arms all of the way back down again. Moving off and back onto that back knee. Drawing back your toes. Just working in a little bit of an extension through your tailbone. See if you can bring your toes back a little bit more, but as we always say, protect the knee. If it starts to feel very uncomfortable behind the knee, keep it bent. And then just easing down a little. drawing the body back on up. Let's come around onto your knees, raising your arms up nice and high. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, activate the waist. Start to let your arms come all the way over, stretching through your lats, into your oblique muscles, into your hip flexors, your lower back. And bring it all the way back up again. Deep breath in, breathing out. And again, get that activation into the side of your body. Breathing in, bring it up. Breathing out, letting your arms all the way back down. Okay, left leg stepping forwards. And let's take the left hand down to the outside of your foot. Bring your right arm up and over, looking up towards your hand. And bring your hand all the way back down to the floor. Curl the toes and lift up the back knee. Opening up and looking up towards your left hand. So again, either stay as it is, or if you can go a little bit deeper, turn your front foot open, go to the outside edge of your back foot. And then coming all of the way back round again, knee back down upon the floor. And then we can draw up through the middle. And then taking right hand back behind the left, or left hand behind the right, whichever one you haven't done. And then letting your arms back down, moving off and onto that back knee. And again, that little bit of a heel dig, taking the calf and hamstring stretch. A little bit of a send back of the tailbone. Press down from the center of your chest. Okay, then bring it back on up. Alright, let's come around onto your back. And if you could just bend up the knees and draw the heels in towards you. Have your feet about hip distance apart. And just let's, to begin with, work your lower back, rock it down into the floor, and then releasing your back away from the floor. So again, working your lower back down into the ground, and then releasing away and settling into neutral. So you've got that natural hollow underneath your lower back. Bring the shoulders up and down a few times. So just drawing them up towards your ears, rolling them down. And then just walking your shoulder blades a little bit further down. And then start to come into your deeper breathing. So we're going to take a longer, deeper breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out through your mouth, blowing the breath out of the mouth with a little energy. So again, as you breathe in, ribs widening, side and back of your body. And then as you breathe out, blowing the breath out, and drawing the navel back to the spine. So as you breathe in, ribs are widening and your tongue is remaining calm and flat. And then as you breathe out, picking up from the pelvic floor, drawing the navel back to the spine and connecting with that third layer of abdominal muscle in. So again, as you breathe in, ribs widen. And as you breathe out, pulling up behind the surface muscles, just reminding yourself of that internal connection. And again, breathing in. And as you breathe out, pull all the way up through from the arches of your feet, all the way up through pelvic floor, all the way up through to transverse abdominis muscle, that internal back strength. Okay, now I'm going to start today with your shoulder bridge. So if you'd like to take a breath in, prepare the body. And as you breathe out, working your lower back upon the floor, peeling the back away from the ground, and coming all of the way up onto your upper back. Breathing in at the top, and then breathing out out as you lower your back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, into your imprint and back to neutral. Breathing in, letting your ribs widen. And as you breathe out, gently tilt the tailbone, draw the back away from the floor. Try and keep the buttocks relaxed. Breathing in at the top. And then breathing out to lower, vertebrae by vertebrae, into imprint and back to neutral. Again, breathing in, breathing out, and going in for that rippling action of your back leaving the floor. Breathing in at the top, and then breathing out as you lower. Now, of course, you can always stay with this or come back to this stage. I'm going to go to an alternating heel lift next. So as you breathe out, lifting up your hips from the floor, releasing your buttocks, releasing your ribs into your body. And as you raise one heel, breathing out. As you lower, breathing in. Raising the opposite heel, breathing out, breathing in. So just again, be really soft here, really careful. As we lift the heel, want to get that feeling like we can draw the hip bones closer together. And again, you can stay with this stage today, or next time I'm going to raise the whole leg. Now this will make the glutes fire, okay, but we're in control, I hope, if we're going to take this stage. So breathing in to lift and straighten, breathing out, we take the leg down and line it up with the other leg, breathing in to raise it up. Breathing out, take it down for the second time. Breathing in, bend your knee, and then breathing out to lower and place the foot back down. Try and keep the hip bones nice and balanced. Breathing in to lift and straighten the other leg. Breathing out to lower your leg down. Breathing in, raise it up. Breathing out to lower the leg down. Breathing in, bend your knee. And breathing out, slowly place the foot back down. Breathing in to lift and straighten the leg. Breathing out, engaging the core a little bit stronger as the leg goes down. Breathing in, raise it up. Breathing out, lower the leg. Breathing in, bend your knee. Breathing out, softly place the foot back down one more time. Breathing in to lift and straighten the leg. Breathing out, lower the leg away. Breathing in, raise it up. Breathing out to lower the leg down. Breathing in, bend your knee. And breathing out, lowering the foot. Deep breath in. And then breathing out. When you're ready, everybody will lower all the way back down to the ground. Okay. So I'm going to work here with the band. Okay. And if you don't have one today, again, it doesn't matter. You can still do this exercise. We're going to work into the one leg circle. So I'm going to place my band around the bottom of my foot. And I've got this 2 meter band. Okay, so it's a little bit longer. So I'm crossing it over. And I'm going to take my hands down to the floor, either side of me. Then from there, I'm extending the opposite leg. So what we're going to do is get a little bit of upper body strength work here as well. So as I circle the leg away, breathing out, and then breathing in to draw across. Now, if you don't have the band, like I say, you can do the same thing, all right? Or if you have a shorter band, you can use the band to circle the leg round, okay? So see what you've got. If you don't have to use anything. But if you have a look at this and you think, oh, I could do that, okay? Then maybe you could get yourself a band, or like I say, it's just let me know, and I'll make sure that you can have one. So breathing out to circle the leg away, breathing in to draw across. And you want to go as far as you can without losing your position on the ground. You know, so we want to be, again, aware here that as we circle around, the hips stay really still because of the core usage. One more circle. And then we're going to change it on over. So swapping your feet or just changing your legs. So we cross the band over. We take the hands down towards the floor. And then again, we'll do that again. Breathing body and breathing in to draw across. Breathing out to circle away. Breathing in to draw across. Locking on with the core. Breathing in. Breathing out to circle away. Breathing in to draw across. Engaging with the core. Drawing it up. Again, breathing out, circle away. In to draw across. Good. Alright, 2 more. Breathing out. Breathing in. 1 more. And breathing. Alright, so taking away your band for the moment. And gently bring yourself over onto your elbows. And we're going to come out into your plank. Okay, so today I'm just going to hold a static plank. So we're just going to go down onto our forearms. We're going to hold for 25 breaths, okay? So we want to, as always, be really strong through the core. And we want to really pull up and keep the rib cage in place. And draw back your shoulders so your neck is nice and visible from the side. Do your best. If you need to stop at any point, then that's okay. Come down onto your forearms. Have your wrists and your elbows in the same line. Walk your knees back. And if you prefer to stay on your knees, of course, stay here. If you can curl the toes, pushing away into your heels and looking slightly ahead. Breathing in. And breathing out. That's it. A little bit of a squeeze to the buttocks. And out, pull up through the core. Breathing in and out 3. In and out 4. In, out 5. In, out 6. In, out 7. In, out 8. In, out 9. In, out 10, in, out 11, in, out 12, in, out 13, in, out 14, in, out 15, in, out 16, in, out 17, in, out 18, in, out 19, in, out 20, in, out 21, in, out 22, in, out 23, in, out 24, and in, out 25. And lower your body all the way down. Okay, coming into another little chest opener exercise. So we're going to take the hands flat on the floor. Keep one shoulder or one arm flat down on the ground. And then roll towards it. Bring your knees in, open the chest up. Like I said, just going in for this little bit of a chest opener. Looking back towards your hand if you can. And if it's too much to have the head up, put the head back down on the floor. Just gently come back down. Let's go the other way. So sliding your arm along the floor. Keep it trapped underneath and bring your knees in. Now bring your arm up. If you can, you're looking up. If it's a little bit too much, keep the head on the floor. Down by your side. So just letting your shoulders draw into the ground, coming into the breaststroke. We're going to work today just with the postural muscle work, okay, drawing the shoulders away from the floor. And then I'm going to work into single palm raises and then offer up that we use the band as well, okay, to work into the upper part of your back. So feet turned in towards each other on this one, letting your shoulders draw down. And as we start breathing in, rolling back the shoulders, as you breathe out, engaging with your core and lifting and hovering. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out to lower and shoulders to the ground. Breathing in to peel back your shoulders. Breathing out and draw the belly away from the ground as you lift. Breathing in to stay, then breathing out to lower and shoulders back down. Breathing in to peel back your shoulders. Breathing out, draw the belly up underneath you as you lift. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, lowering your shoulders all the way down. Breathing in, shoulders peel back. Breathing out, navel back to the spine as you lift. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out to lower all the way back. One more time. Breathing in, shoulders roll back. Breathing out, engaging with your core to lift. Breathing in to stay. And breathing out to lower all of the way back down. And then if we bring the hands upwards. And once we get going with this one again, I'm going to keep the forehead attached down towards the ground. So taking a breath in to prepare. And as you breathe out, raising one palm. And breathing in to lower. Breathing out and engaging with your core, lift the other palm. And breathing in to lower. Okay, keep going. And like I was saying with this exercise, if it starts to be that you find the whole of your back really trying to help out to get that arm off the floor today, do a little bit, take a break. Let the muscles build their strength up gradually. All right, please don't try and push it too much, okay? Now, for those of you who are okay with this, you've done lots of this work, then I can offer up that we use the band. Now, it's probably a little bit longer than we need, okay, if you've got the 2 meter one. So I'm going to take my arms up about shoulder distance apart, keeping my forehead towards the floor. Now this time as I raise my arms, breathing out, and I'm going to resist by slightly pulling on the band. And then breathing in, lowering back down. So as I lift, breathing out, I'm trying to slightly pull the hands away from each other. And then breathing in to lower. Now it's going to activate the shoulders in a slightly different way. All right, so again, if this isn't something that you've done for ages, all right, do a bit, take a break. All right, you can equally give your own resistance to that exercise. So you can do it without a band, and then you could just pretend and add in your own resistance. Okay, so you can still do that, but like I say, if you do want to work with something, it might just give us a little bit more, you know, something to work with going forwards. All right. Equally, if you've got a really long or an old pair of tights or long socks, they can equally do the same thing too. All right. 2 more if you've got it. Breathing out to lift and breathing in to lower. 1 more. All right, and then we're going to gently bring it back on up. And we're going to do thread the needle as a stretch, okay? So I'm going to take my right leg out to the side, and we're going to get a little bit more work going in today. So right leg's extended, and then my right arm is going to go underneath, okay? And as always, if you get halfway through this and you think, that's not for me today, just do the arm, okay? So I'm threading my right arm underneath, I'm putting my ear down to the ground, and you're going to feel quite a deep inner thigh stretch here. I'm going to take the left leg out, left shoulder down and lower the ear down towards the floor. Bring it back on up. Alright, coming around to your side. Now I'm going to use the band around my top leg. So it's going to, around top foot, shall I say. So it's going to give us a little bit more resistance on lifting the top leg. But again, like I say, if you haven't got a band, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can still lift the top leg. So I'm going to get the body to extend out and along the floor. If you're using the band, you're pulling the band up so you've got a little bit of tension on it. Okay, then we're lifting the top leg. So we're breathing out to lift and breathing in to lower. Alright, like I say, you can do exactly the same thing without the band. It's still going to work. We do this every week, we know it works. Breathing out to lift and breathing in to lower. So as we push away, drawing the navel back to the spine, breathing into lower. That's it, belly pulls back as you lift, and breathing into lower. And again, breathing out, press the leg away, breathing in as you lower. Navel back to the spine as you lift, and breathing into lower. And again, pressing the leg away and breathing into lower. And again, navel back to the spine as you lift and into lower. Let's have two more there. Breathing out to lift, into lower. One more time. Good. All right, now we're going to come from here onto your hands and knees. And if you have your band around your foot, I'm going to see if you can keep it there. I know you have to be some sort of magician, a little bit. Alright, so hopefully you've got it, and it's around your foot still. If you haven't got a band, you're going to do the same thing as us. And you're taking the leg out straight, you're flexing your foot. As you lift the leg, breathing out. As you lower, breathing in. So looking slightly ahead, breathing out to lift, breathing into lower. Now again, as I said on the plank, trying not to lose your position. Okay, with your rib cage, you want your ribs to be drawn up, not too much of a sinking happening in the back. And again, breathing out to lift the leg, breathing into lower. And again, breathing out to lift, into lower. Good, and again, pressing it away and lower. One more time. Okay, now in the next version, I'm going to take the leg up and I'm going to move it out to the side so it becomes just in alignment with the edge of the mat. So it's not going too far. Now those of you who haven't got a band today, you can do the same thing, but you can also take your opposite arm from the center point and it comes out to the side. So that might just challenge you a little bit more if you want to work that in today. If you don't want to work it in today, you can just do the leg like everybody who's using the band. So my leg is out straight, my foot's flexed, and as I take the leg slightly to the side, breathe out, breathe in, bring it to the middle. Breathe out, breathe in, bring it to the middle. Breathe out slightly to the side, into the middle. So you're going to feel the standing leg also working. Out to the side, into the middle. Engaging the core, into the middle. And again, breathing out, breathing in. Breathing out to the side, into the middle. Two more, breathing out and in. One more and in. Good. Alright, now pop yourself around to seated. And in the middle, I'm going to go in for your roll back. So again, those of you who are using the band, you can use it how we've done it in the past, used it in the past, and I'll demonstrate how to make it a little bit harder, all right, if you want to make it into a harder exercise today. So shoulders are nicely rolled down, taking a breath in to prepare, and as you breathe out, so back your belly, curve your lumbar spine, and you're just going back to about halfway. Breathing in, and then breathing out, engaging with your core and sitting up nice and tall. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, and if it's good with you, maybe going back to nearly the floor. Breathing in, and then breathing out, engaging with your core and sitting up nice and tall. Okay, deep breath in. As you go back this time, if you feel it's good for you today, lower into an imprint. Keep your shoulder blades on the floor but not your head. Breathing in and then out and slowly drawing back up. Alright, so before you get too tired, especially those of you using the band, open the band out to a fuller length away from the body. So the further you take your arms away from your centre line, the harder it's going to be. Deep breath in, try and keep your posture, and as you breathe out, curving your lumbar spine, breathing in at the bottom point for you, then breathing out, engaging with your core and sitting up. Okay, and again, breathing in. As you breathe out, slowly working it back. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep going. Now, for those of you who haven't got a band today, if you want to challenge, maybe put one hand across your chest, you know, and then as you go back, it's going to be a bit harder. That's it. Breathing in at the bottom. Breathing out as you come back up. Swap your hands over if you're doing the arm across the chest. Breathing out, going back. It's just trying to keep the shoulders from taking over. And then breathing out again as you come all of the way back on up. Good. Alright, I'm going to slip round to the other side. So if you're using the band, it's around the other foot. And we're coming around to the side again. Alright, so again, those of you using the band, your hand is flat down, supporting. And as we lift the top leg, breathing out, as we lower, breathing in. Sorry, I had you lower before, didn't I? Breathing out to lift, and breathing in to lower. As you lift the leg, press the leg away from you, into lower. That's it. So you can keep the foot flexed, you know, but we just want to keep that leg going up laterally. Alright, so we're trying not to turn your toes up towards the ceiling. Breathing out, lift, and in as you lower. Again, breathing out, press the leg away, and in to lower. Again, navel back to the spine as you lift, and in to lower. Again, breathing out, pressing away, adductors and abductors working. Strength work here for the hip, the ball and socket joint of your hip. Let's have two more. Breathing out, lift, into lower. One more time. And lower. And then we'll come around onto your hands and knees again. Okay, so if you're using the band, okay, keeping the band around the foot still. Otherwise, I'd like you to go out, same thing with a straight leg behind the body. And then as we lift the leg up, breathing out, breathing in as you lower. Bottom ribs pulled up, breathing out, lift, squeeze into the back side, breathing into lower. Again, navel back to the spine as you lift, into lower. Again, breathing out, press up, and into lower. Again, breathing out to press away, and lower. Again, breathing out, press lift, and lower. Again, press to lift, breathing out, press, lift, and lower. And again, pressing it away, and lower. Alright, now this time, taking the leg up, the foot is flexed, and we're taking it out to the side so it lines up the edge of your mat, and then bring it to the center. So we're not going out that far. So breathing out, take the leg away, breathing in, draw it in. Breathing out slightly to the side, in to draw back in. And like I say, with this one, if you want to do this without using the band, then you could just take your opposite arms ahead of you, and you could take that slightly out to the side. Okay, so it works on the opposite line. All right, and again, it's a really good exercise on its own, that one. Breathing out and in. Again, breathing out and in. Two more. Breathing out, take the leg to the side, in to draw back in. One more, and back in. All right, now I'm going to bring us around back onto our backs. We're going to do the 100, okay? But after that, I'm going to offer up that we use the band to work into the chest. So if you have a band that's slightly shorter, that would be okay with this one, okay? Because we're going to be doing the exercise where we bring the shoulders off the floor, okay? So it's going to work into the pectoral muscles. I'm also going to open the arms and bring them up. You can equally do this using your own resistance, all right? So they're both good exercises on their own anyway. So I'm going to come down onto my back. If you're using a band, you're going to lay it there so that you can lie upon it. I'm coming into the 100 first of all. So we can just gently release out the lower back, settle into neutral. And then if you're okay with it, bringing your legs up, one and then the other. And if you're okay with lifting your head, neck and shoulders, maybe support the neck today. And from here, if you want to go without the leg support, you're patting the air. If you want to extend your legs out a little bit straighter today, then maybe take them further away. Set up that breath, so you're breathing in, nice deep breath for 4, and then longer as you breathe out for about 6. Channel that core connection every time you breathe out. Feel the lateral thoracic breath opening your ribcage, and then as you breathe out, pulling up into the core. And we're going 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 7, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 3, 54, 55, 56, 7, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 3, 64, 65, 66, 7, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 3, 74, 75, 76, 7, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 5, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90 with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it on down for me. Alright, so whilst you're letting your body just let go a little bit, I'm going to demonstrate the next exercise. So I'm wrapping my band around my shoulders, and I'm going to get to hold probably about halfway down if you've got the very long bands. And then from here, taking my arms up nice and straight. Now my first exercise, I'm going to draw the shoulder blades off the floor on my out breath, and then I'm going to draw the shoulders back down. And as I lift the shoulder blades off the floor, I'm pressing up. I'm not going to bend my elbows, my arms are staying straight. As I go up, breathing out, breathing in. That's it, you're ready to join me. So pressing straight up, Palms facing in towards each other. As you breathe out, engage your core, breathing into lower. This is working into your pectoral muscles, the chest, and it's also giving a stretch to the area between your shoulder blades. So even if you're not using the band, you're still going to benefit from it, okay? Equally, I do this exercise sometimes with some very light hand weights, you know, like just 1 kilo weights. And again, that makes a little bit of difference on it as well. So when you go up, it's breathing out, resisting, breathing into lower. Alright, now my second one, I'm going to come wide with the arms. So I'm really opening up with the chest. Breathing in to separate, breathing out, I'm drawing the hands up again. Arms again remaining straight. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, drawing the hands towards each other. Breathing in to open, breathing out. And like I say, if you're not using band, it doesn't matter. You just give a little bit of your own resistance to it. Again, consider using the core. So as you lift, breathing out, breathing into lower. Breathing out, engaging the core, lift, breathing into lower. And again, breathing out, pull in, breathing into lower. 2 more. Breathing out, and in. 1 more time. And relax. Okay, now I'm going to get you back up and around onto your side again. Now this time I'm going to work the inner thighs. And I'm going to work another level in today. So it's going to draw in a little bit more strength work for the upper body. I will explain in just a moment, but if you look at it and you think, no, I really don't want to do that today, this is one's going to be fine. So I've got my knees drawing forwards, my big toes are together, and as I take the top leg away, breathing out, and then breathing into lower. Breathing out, engaging with your core, breathing in. And like I've said before, with this exercise, it starts off really tame, okay? And then as you go on, you start to really feel those muscles. So this is working into glute medius around the back. All right, and try and get a little bit of engagement through the core. All right, so you guys keep going. Have a look at the option. So I'm coming up onto my hand. My bottom leg is going to remain on the floor, but I'm lifting. So I'm up onto my side. And then from here, taking the hand away, breathing out to press the knee back, breathing into lower. All right, so as you can see, there's a lot more work going through. It's like a side bend, but without going anywhere. So you may not want to do many reps today, all right? So hand behind the head, and then as you press back, breathing out, breathing in. But you definitely get your core involved. Breathing out, breathing in. And again, breathing out to press back, breathing into lower. Breathing out to press away, and into lower. Again, breathing out, press, into lower. And again, breathing out, press the knee back, and lower. Again, engaging the core, and lower. We'll have 2 more there. Breathing out to press, and lower. 1 more, and lower. All right, so that version gets a little of the waist coming in as well. Come back down, and we'll just take a little bit of a quad stretch there. Drawing the knee back. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, draw the knee back a little further. All right, release. Spin it round. We're going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so starting off low, having the big toes connected, and as you press the top leg back, breathing out, breathing into lower. Breathing out, engaging the core, breathing into lower. Breathing out, pressing the knee away, into lower. Good, so really rolling back, locking on with the core, into lower. And lower. Okay, so as I said on the other side, you don't need to rush it on, you can stay there. Okay, if you want to come up onto the hand, it's going to give us that work coming up into the shoulder, like we do on side bend. Ooh, myself back on the mat. Okay, alright, hand behind the head, and then as you press the knee back, breathing out, breathing into lower. Breathing out, press the knee away, into lower. And again, breathing out, into lower. So really connect with your core, into lower. Breathing out, pressing away, into lower. And again, breathing out, press back, into lower. And again, breathing out, pressing away, into lower. Navel back to the spine, into lower. Again, breathing out, press back, and lower. Again, engage, and lower. Let's have two more there. And lower. One more. And relax. Come on down. Let's have that quad stretch. Drawing the top leg in. Feel that stretch coming along the front of your thigh. And just see if you take the knee back just a little bit more. Together here, knees open nice and wide. Lay your hands upon your belly, and as you drive your legs away, breathing out, stretch them away, breathing in, knees come down nice and wide. So as you take your legs away, really pull back through the core, breathing in. Try and draw your belly away from your fingers. Alright, now if you're happy to bring your head back up again, maybe support it. Elbows coming nice and wide, breathing out to press away. And if you don't need to support your neck, maybe you circle your arms around from your thighs to above your head. Breathing in as you draw back on in. Breathing out to press the legs away. Breathing in as you draw back down. Breathing out, driving the legs away. Breathing in to draw back down. And again, breathing out to press away. Breathing in as you draw back down. And again, extend the legs away. Breathing in, draw back down. Two more here. Breathing out to press. Breathing in, draw back in. One more. And breathing in. Okay, just come down onto your tiptoes. Taking your arms out and along the floor, knees nice and tightly together. And as we take the knees over, coming into a little bit of rotation work for your lower back and your obliques. Breathing out, take the knees over. Breathing in, come back. And again, breathing out, take the knees over. Breathing in, come back. And again, this is great. With your feet on the floor, you're absorbing some of your body's weight into the ground. Okay, it's a lot safer for the back. If you're okay, your back feels strong, then take your feet up. And then from there, you take the knees over. Now we want to keep the upper body really stable. So try not to let your shoulder blades come off the ground. So you're breathing out gently, let your knees over. Breathing in, bring them to the middle. Really feel your core connecting. Feel your oblique muscles working as you take the knees over. Breathing out, gently let the knees rock. Breathing in. Okay, now in a moment I'm going to take it to a stretch. But too much, keep with what you're already doing. Alright, this will be fine. So I'm going to take my knees all the way over to the side. Alright, I'm going to let them land, and then I'm going to reposition my shoulders. So shoulders are on the ground again. Alright, now at this point, if this is enough stretch already, stay as you are. If you feel you can straighten up your top leg, maybe you can reach along for the leg. And then turn your gaze and look in the opposite direction. And then just gently, gently take your time, use your core, take the knees the other way. Just gently let them land. Once they've landed, just try and reposition the shoulders so they're squared off again. And see maybe if you can straighten the top leg. Maybe you can reach along for it. And then turn your gaze away from your legs. Again, bring your feet back to the floor, and let's carefully roll to one side and press yourself back on up. Now if we could take the right foot towards the inside of your inner thigh. If you have problems with the knees at the moment, just have both of your legs straight. We can take the right arm across, reaching over for the knee, the shin, the ankle or the foot. Drawing your body back on up, and let's take the left arm across, have your palm pressed open, sitting your body up as tall as you can, looking over your shoulder. Just try and relax out the shoulders and the neck as you turn your head around a bit further. Across left arm towards your right leg. And then bring it back on up. We're going to go the other way. So coming across, palm facing open, trying to sit with both of your buttocks equally on the ground still, and looking right up over your shoulder. Bring it all the way back round. Alright, coming around to a cross-leg position or any other position of your choice. I'm going to bring the hands back behind, rolling open the neck, shoulders, and just gently taking the head down through the middle so that we gain a stretch along the back of your neck. And then tucking your head across to one side, looking down into the corner of your body. And then head through to the middle. Bring your head across and over to the other side. And then bringing it to the middle, raising your head, and then just letting one ear draw across and over towards one shoulder. Really feel that stretch all the way from your earlobe, all the way to the top of your shoulder, to your collarbone. And then over to the other side, keeping the neck coming out from your shoulders, keep drawing the shoulders down. And bringing it back round to the middle. Give yourself a nice big reach out, so you stretch across the middle of your upper back again. Breathing in, coming up, using your abdominals to lift you up. Breathing out, opening your back and down. Let's do that again. Stretch it forwards as far as you can. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, opening it back and down. One more time, stretching it forwards. Breathing in, drawing up. As you breathe out, roll it down. Roll the shoulders out. And we'll finish there. Very well done, everybody. Well done, well done, well done. Hope you feel okay. Okay. Please feel free to tell me about anything that you're not feeling